Hello there. This is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So today we're going to look at a roadmap of Europe. It's going to look a bit like this. This is München. And wherever we land, I'm going to read a couple of facts using the Wikipedia article. So give you a tiny bit of history, etc. I'm quite keen to do this on this channel because it's something I do regularly on my other channels. If you don't know, I've got other channels. Take a look. Go to the homepage on YouTube, and I've done it recently for my Dutch channel, where I did in the Netherlands and Belgium, and I did it recently for my German channel and possibly the Nordics channel for Sweden, Denmark, Finland and Norway. Or am I doing that this week? Maybe I'm doing that this week. Oh, I did it for Russian too. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. It'll be a bit noisy, so I'll do it off camera. And yeah, I would like to do the next part on the USA. So if you enjoyed this video, drop me a comment. Do remind me to do it for the USA in the coming weeks. Yeah, okay, let's do this. We're in the middle of another storm in Wales, so apologies if you can hear the wind outside. Maybe it'll make this video atmospheric. Okay, the first stop on our journey is going to be in France. We're going to look at Lille, which is in this northern part of France here, not far from Lens, and really close to the Belgian border. Let's find out about it. So Lille, in French Lille, is a city in the northern part of France, in French Flanders. On the river Deule, near France's border with Belgium, and it's the capital of the Hauts-de-France region, the prefecture of the Nord département, and the main city of the European metropolis of Lille. The city of Lille proper had a population of 236,000 in 2020, within its small municipal territory of 35 kilometers squared. But together with its French suburbs and, never seen this word before, exurbs, the Lille metropolitan area, French part only, not talking about the Flemish part, which extends over 1,666 kilometers squared, or 643 square miles, had a population of 1.5 million that same year in the January 2020 census, which makes it the fourth most populated in France after Paris, Lyon, a bit further down here, and Marseille, much further down here. The city of Lille and 94 suburban French municipalities have formed since 2015. The European metropolis of Lille, an indirectly elected metropolitan authority, now in charge of the wider metropolitan issues, with a population of 1.1 million at the January 2020 census. More broadly, Lille belongs to a vast conurbation, another new word for me, conurbation, formed with the Belgian cities of Mouscron, Kortrijk, Tronay and Menin, which gave birth in January 2008 to the Euro metropolis Lille-Courtrai-Tournai, the first European grouping of territorial cooperation, EGTC, which has more than 2.1 million inhabitants. Nicknamed in France the capital of Flanders, Lille and its surroundings belong to the historical region of Romance Flanders, a former territory of the County of Flanders. County of Flanders. That is not part of the linguistic area of West Flanders, which would mean it would be a Dutch or Flemish-speaking area. A garrison town, as evidenced by its citadel, Lille has had an eventful history from the Middle Ages to the French Revolution, very often besieged during its history. It belonged successively to the Kingdom of France, the Burgundian state, the Holy Roman Empire of Germany, and the Spanish Netherlands, before being definitively attached to the France of Louis XVI, following the War of Spanish Succession, along with the entire territory making up the historic province of French Flanders. Lille was again under siege in 1792 during the Franco-Austrian War, and in 1914 and 1940 it was severely tested by the two world wars of the 20th century, during which it was occupied and suffered destruction. Okay, let's just pop over the water of La Manche, the English Channel. We'll go from Calais to Dover, and we'll keep going down here till we get to Brighton in England. Brighton is a seaside resort and one of the two main areas of the city of Brighton and Hove in the county of East Sussex in England. It is located 47 miles south of London. Archaeological evidence of settlement in the area dates back to the Bronze Age, Roman and Anglo-Saxon periods. The ancient settlement of Brighthelmstone was documented in the Domesday Book in 1086. The town's importance grew in the Middle Ages as the Old Town developed, but it languished in the early modern period, affected by foreign attacks, storms, a suffering economy and a declining population. Brighton began to attract more visitors following improved road transport to London and becoming a boarding point for boats travelling to France. You see a line there, it goes over. It looks like it goes to Dieppe. The town also developed in popularity as a health resort for sea bathing, as a purported cure for illnesses. In the Georgian era, Brighton developed as a highly fashionable seaside resort. Encouraged by the patronage of the Prince Regent, later King George I hate Roman numerals, the Fourth, King George IV, who spent much time in the town and constructed the Royal Pavilion in the Regency era. Brighton continued to grow as a major centre of tourism following the arrival of railways in 1841, becoming a popular destination for day trippers from London. Many of the major attractions were built in the Victorian era, including the Grand Hotel, the Hilton Brighton Metropole, the Palace Pier and the West Pier. The town continued to grow into the 20th century, expanding to incorporate more areas into the town's boundaries, before joining Hove to form the Unitary Authority of Brighton and Hove in 1997, which was granted city status in 2000. Today, Brighton and Hove district has a resident population of about 276,000, and the wider Brighton and Hove conurbation has a population of 474,000 as of 2011. Brighton's location has made it a popular destination for tourists, renowned for its diverse communities, shopping areas, large and vibrant cultural, music and art scene, and its large LGBT population, leading to its recognition as the unofficial gay capital of the UK. And as of the 2021 census, 10% of the population of Brighton and Hove over the age of 18 identify as gay, lesbian or bisexual, the highest percentage in the entire UK. Brighton has been called the UK's hippest city and the happiest place to live in the UK. I have been, and it is lovely. Although I'm going to upset people by saying that I really like Bournemouth as well. Another South Coast city. It's so much different, the weather down here compared to West Wales. Okay, let's continue. So we've done England and we've done France. Let's go through France and across the Alps, and we'll pop into pay little old Switzerland a visit. Let's look specifically at Lucerne here. Lucerne is a city in central Switzerland, in the German-speaking portion of the country. Lucerne is the capital of the canton of Lucerne and a part of the district of the same name. With a population of approximately 82,000 people, Lucerne is the most populous city in central Switzerland and a nexus of economics, transportation, culture and media in the region. The city's urban area consists of 19 municipalities and towns, with an overall population of about 220,000 people. Owing to its location on the shores of Lake Lucerne, in German Vierwaldstättersee, and its outflow, the river Reuss, within sight of the Mounts Pilatus and Rigi in the Swiss Alps, Lucerne has long been a destination for tourists. One of the city's landmarks is the Chapel Bridge, the Kapellbrücke, a wooden bridge first erected in the 14th century. The official language of Lucerne is German, but the main spoken language is the local variant of the Alemannic Swiss German dialect, Lucerne German. I'm only a beginner in German, so I think I would struggle a little if I went to either Switzerland or Austria, but they're both so beautiful. Okay, where else? Let's go south and east. Why don't we take a little look at Venice, Venezia, in northeastern Italy. You can see the boot here. Rome here, the capital. The major cities of Turin, Torino and Milano. And Venice, Venezia is up here. The region in which Venice is located is called Veneto. So Venice, in Italian Venezia, is a city in northeastern Italy and the capital of the Veneto region. It is built on a group of 126 islands that are separated by expanses of open water and by canals. Portions of the city are linked by 472 bridges. The islands are in the shallow Venetian lagoon, an enclosed bay lying between the mouths of the Po and the Piave rivers, more exactly between the Brenta and the Sile. In 2020, around 258,000 people resided in the Greater Venice, or the Comune di Venezia, of whom around 51,000 live in the historical island city of Venice, Centro Storico, and the rest on the mainland, Terraferma. Together with the cities of Padua and Treviso, Venice is included in the Padua-Treviso-Venice metropolitan area, shortened to Patreve, which is considered a statistical metropolitan area. Padua. Treviso is here. Which has a total population of 2.6 million. The name is derived from the ancient Veneti people who inhabited the region by the 10th century BC. The city was historically the capital of the Republic of Venice. For almost a millennium, from 810 to 1797, it was a major financial and maritime power during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, and a staging area for the Crusades and the Battle of Lepanto, as well as an important centre of commerce, especially silk, grain and spice, and of art from the 13th century to the end of the 17th. The city-state of Venice is considered to have been the very first real international financial centre, emerging in the 9th century and reaching its greatest prominence in the 14th century. This made Venice a wealthy city throughout most of its history. For centuries, Venice possessed numerous territories along the Adriatic Sea and within the Italian peninsula, leaving a significant impact on the architecture and culture that can be still seen today. The Venetian arsenal is considered by several historians to be the first factory in history, and was the base of Venice's naval power. The sovereignty of Venice came to an end in 1797 at the hands of Napoleon. Subsequently, in 1866, the city became part of the Kingdom of Italy. Venice has been known as La Dominante, La Serenissima, Queen of the Adriatic, City of Water, City of Masks, City of Bridges, the Floating City, and City of Canals. The lagoon and the historic parts of the city within the lagoon were inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987, covering an area of 70,000 hectares, or 173,000 acres. In view of that, and in view of the fact that Venice and its lagoon are under constant threat in terms of their ecology and the safeguarding of the cultural heritage, Venice's UNESCO listing has been under constant examination by UNESCO. Okay. Let's go north. We'll go from Venice and we'll go to Austria and to the beautiful city of Salzburg. Just here. Salzburg is the fourth largest city in Austria. In 2020 it had a population of 156,000 people. The town is on the site of the Roman settlement of Livavum. Salzburg was founded as an episcopal see in 696. And became a seat of the archbishop in 798. Its Its main sources of income were salt extraction trade, as well as gold mining. The fortress of Hohensalzburg, one of the largest medieval fortresses in Europe, dates from the 11th century. In the 17th century, Salzburg became a centre of the Counter-Reformation, with monasteries and numerous Baroque churches built. Salzburg Historic Centre, in German Altstadt, is renowned for its Baroque architecture and is one of the best preserved city centres north of the Alps. The historic centre was enlisted as a UNESCO heritage site in 1996. The city has 3 universities and a large population of students. Let's keep going up a little bit. We're going to venture from Salzburg and cross through into Germany. Make our way north into what is historically Eastern Germany. And we're going to look at Leipzig, here just to the south of the capital Berlin. This is the Polish border. Leipzig, with a population of 628,000 inhabitants as of 2023, is the most populous city in the German state of Saxony, the second most populous city in the area of the former East Germany, after East Berlin, and Germany's 8th most populous. Leipzig Halle Airport is situated in Schkeuditz, between Leipzig and Halle, Saale. The name of the city and those of many of its districts are of Slavic origin. Leipzig is located about 150 kilometers southwest of Berlin, in the southernmost part of the North German plain, the Leipzig Bay. At the confluence of the White Elster and its tributaries Pleiße and Parthe, that form an extensive inland delta in the city known as Leipziger Gewässerknoten, along which Leipzig Riverside Forest, Europe's largest intracity riparian forest, has developed. Leipzig is at the centre of Neuseeland, new lake district, consisting of several artificial lakes created from former lignite open-pit mines. Leipzig has been a trade city since at least the time of the Holy Roman Empire. The city sits at the intersection of the Via Regia and the Via Imperii, 2 important medieval trade routes. Leipzig's trade fair dates back to 1190. Between 1764 and 1945, the city was a centre of publishing. After the Second World War and during the period of the German Democratic Republic, or East Germany, Leipzig remained a major urban centre in East Germany, but its cultural and economic importance declined. Events in Leipzig in 1989 played a significant role in precipitating the fall of communism in Central and Eastern Europe, mainly through demonstrations, starting from St. Nicholas's Church. The immediate effects of the reunification of Germany included the collapse of the local economy, which had come to depend on highly polluting heavy industry, severe unemployment and urban blight. But by the early 2000s, the trend had reversed, and since then Leipzig has undergone some significant changes, including urban and economic rejuvenation and modernization of the transport infrastructure. Thus, Leipzig is home to one of the oldest universities in Europe, the Leipzig University. It is the main seat of the German Music Archive, of the German National Library, and the seat of the German Music Archive, as well as of the German Federal Administrative Court. Lastly, Leipzig Zoo is one of the most modern zoos in Europe, and as of 2018 ranks first in Germany and second in Europe. Okay, we're gonna just pop over the border then to Poland, and we'll go down here to Wrocław. Wrocław, in German Breslau, also known by other names, is a city in southwestern Poland, and the largest city in the historical region of Silesia. It lies on the banks of the Oder in the Silesian lowlands of Central Europe, roughly 40 kilometers or 25 miles from the Sudeten Mountains to the south. As of 2023, the official population of Wrocław is 674,000 people, making it the third largest city in Poland. The population of Wrocław metropolitan area is around 1.25 million. Wrocław is the historical capital of Silesia and Lower Silesia. Today it is the capital of the Lower Silesian voivodeship. The history of the city dates back over 1,000 years. At various times it has been part of the Kingdom of Poland, the Kingdom of Bohemia, the Kingdom of Hungary, the Habsburg monarchy of Austria, the Kingdom of Prussia, and Germany, and has been German-speaking since the Middle Ages, until the town became part of Poland in 1945 as a result of territorial changes of Poland immediately after World War II. Wrocław is a university city with a student population of over 130,000 people, making it one of the most youth-oriented cities in the country. Since the beginning of the 20th century, the University of Wrocław, previously the German Breslau University, has produced 9 Nobel Prize laureates and is renowned for its high quality of teaching. Wrocław also possesses numerous historical landmarks, including the main market square, Cathedral Island, Wrocław Opera, the National Museum, and Centennial Hall, which is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city is also home to the Wrocław Zoo, the oldest zoological garden in Poland. Okay, so we're in Wrocław in Poland currently. Let's travel down through Czechia, the Czech Republic. Go through the capital Prague, Praha, and pop down to Plzeň, just here near the border with, this is Germany here. There's the border with Austria. So this is Germany. Plzeň is also known in English and German as Pilsen, is a city in the Czech Republic, about 78 kilometers, 48 miles west of Prague, in western Bohemia. It is the 4th most populous city in the Czech Republic, with about 181,000 inhabitants. Founded as a royal city in the late 13th century, Plzeň became an important town for trade on routes linking Bohemia with Bavaria. It's Munich, not far away. By the 14th century it had grown to be the third largest city in Bohemia. The city was besieged 3 times during the 15th century Hussite wars, when it became a centre of resistance against the Hussites. During the 30 Years' War in the early 17th century, the city was temporarily occupied after the siege of Plzeň. In the 19th century, the city rapidly industrialized and became home to the Škoda works, which became one of the most important engineering companies in Austria-Hungary and later in Czechoslovakia. There's Slovakia there. The city is known worldwide as the home of Pilsner beer, created by Bavarian brewer Josef Kroll in the city in 1842. Today, the Pilsner Urquell brewery is the largest brewery in the Czech Republic. Plzeň serves as the main business centre of West Bohemia and the capital of the Plzeň region. The city is a cultural heritage zone known for its Baroque architecture and was European Capital of Culture in 2015. Plzeň is home to football club FC Victoria Plzeň, one of the most successful clubs in the Czech League, and ice hockey club HC Škoda Plzeň. I'm overpronouncing Škoda. I think everyone in the UK would call it a Skoda. But yeah, in Czech it's Škoda. Okay, let's continue our little journey southeast. We're going to go from Plzeň here, and we're going to go to Hungary. Now, most of the place names in Hungary scare me, but I can just about manage. Pech or Pech. So, Pech in Croatian Pechuch, or in German Fünfkirchen, is the 5th largest city in Hungary. On the slopes of the Metšek mountains in the country's southwest, close to its border with Croatia. It is the administrative and economic centre of Baranja County and the seat of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Pech. A city dating back to ancient times, settled by the Celts, that's me, and the Romans. It was made an episcopal see in early medieval Hungary. It has the oldest university in the country and is one of its major cultural centres. It is a rich cultural heritage from the age of a 150-year Ottoman occupation. It is historically a multi-ethnic city where many cultures have interacted through 2,000 years of history. In recent times it has been recognised for its cultural heritage, including being named as one of the European Capital of Culture cities. The Roman-era Christian necropolis in Pech was inscribed as a World Heritage Site in 2000. Okay, let's go through Budapest and we will take ourselves to Romania. But we'll go to the north, the Transylvanian area, and we will look at Cluj-Napoca. Cluj-Napoca, or simply Cluj, is the second most populous city in Romania and the seat of Cluj County in the northwestern part of the country. Geographically, it is roughly equidistant from Bucharest, down here, Budapest, over here in Hungary, and Belgrade, down here in Serbia. 1, 2, 3. Located in the Someshul-Mik River Valley, the city is considered the unofficial capital of the historical province of Transylvania. For some decades prior to the Austro-Hungarian Compromise of 1867, it was the official capital of the Grand Principality of Transylvania. As of 2021, 286,000 inhabitants lived within the city limits, making it the country's second most populous at the time after the national capital of Bucharest. The Cluj-Napoca metropolitan area had a population of 411,000 people, while the population of the peri-urban area, in Romanian Zona Periurbană, exceeded 420,000 in residents. The new metropolitan government of Cluj-Napoca became operational in December 2008. According to a 2007 estimate provided by the County Population Register Service, the city hosts a visible population of students and other non-residents, an average of over 20,000 people each year during 2004-2007. The city spreads out from St. Michael's Church in Unirii Square, built in the 14th century and named after the Archangel Michael, Cluj's patron saint. The boundaries of the municipality contain an area of 179 square kilometres, which is 69 square miles. Cluj experienced a decade of decline during the 90s, its international reputation suffering from the policies of its mayor at the time, Gheorghe Funar. Today, the city is one of the most important academic, cultural, industrial and business centres in Romania. Among other institutions, it hosts the country's largest university, Babeș-Bolyai University, with its botanical garden, nationally renowned cultural institutions, as well as the largest Romanian-owned commercial bank. Cluj-Napoca held the titles of European Youth Capital in 2015 and European City of Sport in 2018. Okay, and let's go to one more place then. Okay, we're going from Cluj in Transylvania, Romania, up through Ukraine, and we're gonna stay out in the west, but we're gonna go here to a place called Lviv. Lviv is the largest city in western Ukraine, also known as Lvov, Lemberg, Lviv, in different languages. And it's the fifth largest in the whole of Ukraine, with a population of 717,000 in a 2022 estimate. It serves as the administrative centre of the Lviv Oblast and Lviv Rayon, and is one of the main cultural centres of Ukraine. Lviv also hosts the administration of the Lviv Urban Hromada. It was named in honour of Leo, the eldest son of Daniel, king of Ruthenia. Lviv emerged as the centre of the historical regions of Red Ruthenia and Galicia in the 14th century, superseding Halich, Chełm, Belz and Przemyśl. Bit of a mouthful. It was the capital of the Kingdom of Galicia Volhynia from 1272 to 1349, when it was conquered by King Casimir III, the Great of Poland. Poland's just here. In 1772, after the first partition of Poland, the city became the capital of the Habsburg Kingdom of Galicia and Lodomeria. In 1918, for a short time, it was the capital of the West Ukrainian People's Republic. Between the wars, the city was the centre of the Lwów voivodeship in the Second Polish Republic. After the German-Soviet invasion of Poland in 1939, Lviv became part of the Soviet Union. The once large Jewish community of the city was sharply reduced in the number by the Nazis. During the Holocaust, for decades, there was no working synagogue in Lviv after the final one was closed by the Soviets. The greater part of the once predominant Polish population was sent to Poland during a population exchange between Poland and the Soviet Ukraine in 1944 to 46. The historical heart of the city, with its cobblestone streets and architectural assortment of Renaissance, Baroque, Neoclassicism and Art Nouveau, survived Soviet and German occupations during World War II largely unscathed. The historic city centre is on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Due to the city's Mediterranean aura, many Soviet movies set in places like Venice or Rome were actually shot in Lviv. In 1991, Lviv became part of the independent nation of Ukraine. The city has many industries and institutions of higher education, such as the Lviv University and Lviv Polytechnic. Lviv is also the home of many cultural institutions, including a Philharmonic Orchestra and the Lviv Theatre of Opera and Ballet. Well, personally, I really enjoyed finding all these new bits of information out. I focused on only a couple of the countries, but obviously I've got all of Scandinavia and Finland to look at, and the Balkans, the Baltics, Greece, Turkey, Spain, Portugal, Iceland, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. So plenty left to do in this new series. If you enjoyed the video, could you do me a favour and give me a like, please? Which will help this and the channel to grow. That would be doing me a massive favour, so thank you. If you'd also like to drop a comment and tell me where I should look at this specifically in the next part, then great. And if you want me to do this on the USA, then definitely drop me a comment and ask me. The more comments, the more likelihood. And if you're not subscribed, please do that. And if you're not part of my Patreon, maybe you should be. I welcome, I think I've had half a dozen new people in since the new year. Welcome, thank you. And thank you to all my pre-existing ones as well. Part of the reason is because this year I'm doing 2 extra videos a month just for Patreon. One is a ramble and one is a map video, which I will never release on YouTube to the general public. It'll just be for you, so that's 1 a month. And that is basically on every tier, so the bottom tier is only $1 or £1, depending on your local currency. And you could pay more if you want to, but you don't have to. And you get that. Also, you should check out my Patreon, just in general. Details below, because I release all of the videos for this channel a couple of days early, up to a week early. And last week, as a little surprise and a thank you to the free people following, just monitoring my Patreon without being able to see the videos, because it's the free version, I actually opened it up for you to see it a couple of days early too. So if you just go over and follow me on Patreon without paying, every now and again you get a nice surprise too. To try and persuade you to join us. Sound like a cult. Join us. Okay, I hope you're fast asleep, but if not, thanks so much for watching. And I hope your year is going really well so far. And I will see you all really soon.